Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to CRFC. I am Cali Drifter, out to the west somewhere is Shinjiro, as always. This is one of my solo adventures here. Desk's a little dirty there. Let's clean that up for you guys. Anyway, today we have a special guest. We have Managerial Services here, La Plus. She is from Hololive. As always, I have Char back there. And today we're opening the second box. So we're starting to open the second box of Disney. So this is the second of two boxes that I got when I went to the park. Man, it was like February, I think, or early March, whenever this dropped, and they had these bigger boxes at the park itself. Here we go. We'll take this guy and we'll open it. Nope, didn't want to work. Come on. Come on. So these are no longer available. That's the other thing with these. They were the park exclusive ones, so you could only get them at the park. And now I believe they only have blaster packs there. So those are the skinny ones that are about $25, I want to say. I don't know the exact price, so don't go quoting me on that. Because these were 150, so we'll get that out of here. Put that over here. We'll put this phone on silencio, por favor. Thank you. And we will. Where's that other cap? There it is. Okay. Usually more prepared than this, but anyway. So I guess we'll just continue doing it. Two packs at a time, like we have been for this entire Tuesday series now, officially Tuesday. It is Monday though that I am recording this, so don't think that I record this on the same day, because I do not. Let's see. Let's focus you guys out there. There we go. I'll get everything into focus. All right, pack one. So from the last time, the big get was that Anna auto. So that was cool. That always fools me. You always think you're getting a thick boy, and you don't actually get a thick boy. All right. Mickey and Friends Light-tastic Finale. Donald Duck. This is from Paint the Night, I believe, where they are sitting on top of little spinny maroos. So that's the first card, and we're gonna leave that other card back there for a second. Okay, so yeah, I believe we already have this one. This is a then card. Yep, this is the then of the newly reopened. You guys are way out of focus. Hang on, let me focus too much on the background, not on the foreground. There we go. All right, so then that was the newly reopened Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland of tomorrow, if you will. Got a little dirt on my hand there. Okay, well, here we go. This is another Tomorrowland picture, but this is the opening of the Astro Blasters, or not Astro Blaster, sorry, Astro Orbiter. They really shouldn't have two of the same ride, or name two rides with the same, that start with the same name right next to each other, because right next to this over here is Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters. So Astro Orbiter, Astro Blasters. On the other side, Star Tours. Makes sense. Highway of the Future, Autopia. Concept art, I think, right? Yeah, concept art. That one's really nice. There you go. Dumbo Flying Elephants. From back in the day. This is the riding the Jolly Roger. This is a vehicle from, you might have guessed it already, Peter Pan. Oh, thought there was something stuck back there. El Capitan Theater. So this is sort of an expansion. Well, there is a building back there, right? So that's where the ride is. This over here used to be a store. So this store used to go all the way up until about here. And it was the largest store in a Toontown. All right, so the Mansion's organist is our hit here. It is concept art. Oh, that's really cool. I really like that. I really like these purple ones. So I think this is one of those park exclusive cards where you don't really get the purple ones too much in the normal hobby box. But here in the Disney Park one, you get a couple. Oop, too much lighting there. Come here, LaPlus. Be of some use for us today. Managerial services. Oh. Might be a little slippery there. Ooh, don't you move. Don't you move, card. Oh, too much light. Too much light there. Is that good? First one. No. This way. There we go. There we go. Now you get all the sheen. Maybe move you back some. Boop. Oh, that's too far. There we go. All right. Oh, of course. The second I move it, if it doesn't want to cooperate anymore. See? Top notch production here at CRFC. Solo adventures. It might be because my fan is on, so one of my many fans is on. Here, Donald. There you go. You're looking spiffy over there, Don. Okay, pack number 2. I might go grab more of these. The blaster, or not the blaster. Well, hanger blaster. I don't know what you want to call them, but they're the sets that they have now at the park. All right, Very Merry on Birthday. The Land That Toons Built. Toontown. Concept art. So this has definitely changed since then. This has actually changed quite a bit now with some changes. Obviously the castle's not there. That's just a weird approximation to where the castle is. Let's see what other big changes are. So this park wasn't here originally. It was just like a green area, I want to say, and then they changed it into an actual park. This part over here, which has Roger Rabbit's over there, it has now a lot more green space. There used to be a trolley. You can barely make it out right there in the middle, that they stopped using just for convenience, because you can't have guests walking in front of a moving vehicle and expect something not to happen. All right, so this is something that was reused at the park. So Sorbic Land Lighthouse ticket booth. So I don't know if I've mentioned it here before. I think I have. Disneyland used to operate sort of on a carnival basis / state, like a state fair type basis, where you would buy tickets to actually ride the attractions. So you would get a ticket book with attraction tickets from A to E. E being the best. That's why when somebody that knows a lot about Disney, they'll talk about e-ticket attractions. So when you think of that, you'll think of Matterhorn, Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, anything big. The kiddie rides are typically A. B was a couple. I forget the exact levels for each ride, but E are the big rides. So that's why everybody gets all excited for announcements of new e-ticket attractions, especially at D23, which will be coming up, I believe, in August this year. So there should be some announcements there. So sorry. Anyway, this used to be one of the ticket booths. Okay, so if you wanted to go top up your tickets, or if you went through all of your ride tickets already in the morning, you can go here, buy a new book of tickets, and then you could go and ride more rides with your new tickets from your ticket book. Right. Once Disney moved away from that, uh, what's it called? I guess that way of using the rides, and they went to single admission. Uh, you can enjoy all the rides for free, basically. Basically, the way that it is now. This booth actually moved over to. You can see Monstro here. So there used to be a boat here for Captain Hooks. So they moved this from here all the way to the corner over here, and they actually just kept the booth there in the land without actually getting rid of it. They just repurposed it as a actual lighthouse, essentially. So kind of kept the theming with Monstro and Geppetto looking for Pinocchio. This is the Off to Neverland. So we've already gotten this card. It's Peter Pan's Flight, Sleeping Beauty Castle concept art. It's really cool. Well, we got several cards that are flipped here, so we'll go to this one first. This one we saw coming out. This is the Riverboat Mark Twain. These are, I believe, what is it? Ride vehicle cards. That's that one. Then we have Innoventions. I already spoke about this. It was more of a advertisement than it was an actual ride, and it replaced two much beloved rides. One out of necessity because the original one, the Carousel of Progress, went to Florida where they still have it. America Sings was essentially just a temporary, or at least it was supposed to be a temporary attraction. So that was for the bicentennial. So once they decided to remove that and to reuse those animatronics for Splash Mountain, they basically had an empty space for a long time. They said, what better way to fill it than with advertisement for things to come? And at the time, like a lot of people, they didn't really like it, because it was showing you things that were either already out or they were coming out. One of the famous displays here was a Kinect display for Microsoft when they were going to release that for Xbox, but I believe it came out after the release of the Xbox, so it didn't really show you the future of anything. Like it just, like I said, it just basically acted as an advertisement. All right, our final card. Our final card is another sparkly purple card, and it's Toontown 5 and Dime and the Gag Factory. So this is 5 and Dime, like I said, and you can kind of see it in this one. So the El Capitan from that other card is literally bumped up next to this building here. So you see how, so here where I think this might be a then, yeah, this is a then card. So they repurposed part of this store, the Gag Factory, to become part of the attraction for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, or Railroad. I forget what it's called, but it's one of those two. 5 and Dime also is no longer with us, essentially. But this was a big, like, L-shaped building where you could. It was almost as big as the Emporium. I think it might have even been slightly bigger. But you would go back there, and if you wanted to buy something, you could go buy it. And it was very Disney character specific, where Emporium and all those other ones were already incorporating a lot of Pixar stuff, or smaller studio, like picked up studio things. So Yeah, what we lost in order to gain is sometimes a thing there, and there is still a store in Toontown. It's as in classic attraction fashion. It is the exit of the ride, so exit through the gift shop, um, and buy your souvenirs. I won't lie, it is one of the cooler designed stores in the space there. Basically, what they did was the shop is essentially a model train store. And if you look around the store, you'll actually see the names of people on, like, people have written their names on the walls essentially, but that's by design. Those are the people that actually worked on the ride. So those are the Imagineers that either came up with the ride concept, or the ones that came up with, or the designers, the artists, uh, everyone basically. Any Imagineer that worked on it potentially could have had a have their name up there. Um, so yeah, this one again was the mansion's organist. This one over here is Toontown Five and Dime and the Gag Factory. We got a foil Innoventions and the Riverboat Mark Twain ride vehicle. So, like I think I stated before, this is probably like the biggest ride vehicle, or maybe the second biggest. I think the sailing ship Columbia might be the slightly bigger boat of the two, um, but they're both on a rail system. So when you go on a ride like Autopia and you see that track down the middle, uh, basically think of the two boats in the same manner. There's a track that goes right down the middle, and it follows the path each and every day for our enjoyment. Well, that's another Cali solo adventure in the book, guys. Thank you for joining me. Remember that we upload new videos, long form, to YouTube on Wednesday. So those are typically like 20 minutes plus, essentially. Um, this one, these I try to keep under 20 minutes, just for longevity. But I do blab. That's kind of a hallmark of what we do, and yeah. So thank you, LaPlus, for showing up today. Zelda, you back there? Char, stay cool, my boy, and come back next week to see the next two packs. This will happen for another 4 weeks because there's 10 packs I think in here, so 2 packs a week, 5 weeks total. Wednesdays we upload longer videos. Like and subscribe. You know what to do. I don't have to tell you all that spiel. I'm not here to tell you that, but I do have to tell you, because we do appreciate it a lot, and we do appreciate our community growing. So thank you guys for stopping by. I'm Cali Drifter, and I'm out. Later.